Hello there, my name is Fiona Parker and this is the follow-up video to our storytime session where we read the story of the Great Castle of Marshmangle. Now in the story of the Great Castle of Marshmangle there was a cat and the cat was called Pickpocket, and poor Pickpocket had his tail set on fire with smoulder glow, but thankfully there was plenty of water, or should I say sogger drop, to put it out. Today we're going to draw a picture of a cat. And we're going to start with the head. Now the head is a circular shape, but at the end of the top of the circle we're going to add on one of the ears. And then what we can do is come back to the other side and complete the circle. There we go, like that. And then we can add on the other ear, like so. And before we go any further, I'm going to put in some detail onto the face. So I'm going to put in some inner lines on that ear over here. And then over on this side, we're going to go like that. But then we're going to give the suggestion of some fur just going into the inside of the ear. We're going to put in a little nose, pretty central to our shape. I'm not going to colour this nose in this time. I'm going to leave it plain because we have our own little cat here called Rosie, and she's a black and white cat with a very cute little pink nose. So I'm leaving that nose like that so that if you were drawing this picture at home, you can colour that nose in pink, like our little Rosie's nose. We sing a little song to our cat called Rosie, Rosie, pretty little Rosie, Rosie, Rosie with the little pink nose. There we are. Now we've got the face in. We're going to put in two eyes. Cats generally have slanty eyes, but for the sake of this picture we're going to make them big and circular. And just colour in the black part of the eye like that. And then what I want to do is to create the idea that the face is two tones of fur. From the top of the nose we're going to take a line and bring it round like that. And then over on the other side, top of the nose, round. So it gives the impression that if this was your cat at home, that could be black, that could be white. In the sake of our story, Pickpocket was actually ginger and white, so you could have that as coloured in sort of orange and that left white. It's entirely up to you. There we go. And then we're going to just start to put in a little bit of expression to our cat's face. Mustn't forget, very importantly, to put in the whiskers. And the whiskers are very quick strokes because they have to look quite light. So just do like that. Maybe do one sticking out like that as well. There we are. So they don't need to overly be thick on the picture, but they just need to be sort of finer suggestions of the whiskers. Now we're going to move on to the body. And the reason why I have my paper set at portrait today is because we're going to have the whole of the cat in and sitting up. So we're going to take our pen, and from there we're going to do a sweeping line that comes down like that. And then we need to suggest that we have another leg in there. Cats have quite long legs in comparison to their bodies, so you want to make those lines quite long and lean. And then we're going to go over to the other side and we're going to do a sort of circular shape like that, and a line, a big curl like that, which is the suggestion of the other leg, the back leg. And then once we've got that in, before we join this line up here, we need to put in a little paw that's poking out. So we'll just put in our little paw, there we go, and then we can actually continue this leg up like that. So there we have our cat's main shape. They have quite cute little paws. So just going to put in some lines. And a lot of cats have what I call little socks. so they often have sort of little white feet, which looks very cute. So if we put some little lines across there, that will give, again, when you come to colouring in your picture, it'll give you the opportunity to give the cat some kind of markings. Just come back up here and add a bit to the face area. And then on the tummy, quite often cats have little white under areas. So I'm going to just draw in some fur here. So again, the suggestion that that could be white. So if in the case of my cat, Rosie, who's black and white, I would probably put black there, white there, black there, white there, white there. But again, you can do whatever you like. And if you've got your own copy of The Great Castle of Marshmangle at home, you can make this a ginger cat. Let's put some markings on the fur, like that. And then we'll go back up to the face and we'll just put some markings on the face as well. I forgot to mention that I'm going to put a little bit of the suggestion of fur up on the ears as well. There we go. Right, so there's our little cat. Now, you've probably spotted he's got something missing, and that's his tail. So let's put his tail in. And cats' tails are quite big and bushy. So we're going to come round like that. And then what we'll need to do is put in the lines for the fur. And I think we'll put a little tip on the end of the tail, so you can two-tone the tail as well if you wanted to. And we're not far off being almost finished now. We're going to give our cat, could be sitting in milk, although to be honest, I don't know many cats that like milk. Rosie doesn't like milk, but we can pretend that that's a little puddle that the cat's sitting in there. And we'll put some markings around here. What we could do is put, I was going to put in a little food bowl. So we're going to be running out of space on this piece of paper, but we can put in half a food bowl. So this is a good tip for if you want to include something in your drawing. You don't have to draw the whole thing. It's quite nice to give an impression that the picture is continuing on. So that's the food bowl. We can put some little bit inside the bowl so it looks like it's got some food in there. My cat's called Rosie. I can't fit the whole of her name in without it looking odd, so we'll take it from the O, S, I, E. There we go. And we'll just put some lines at the bottom of the food bowl, like that. And down underneath she might be sat in some water. Perhaps she spilt her water. Well, in our story, water or Sogger Drop was what saved the day. So there we go. We've put some water. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put some little teardrops which look like water droplets. So there we definitely now know that that looks like water. Yeah. Okay, and if you feel that your picture, I'll tell you what, I think what we'll do with this one, because I always feel like that looks a little bit bare, because she's in water, we'll have some more little water droplets just flying around. So she looks like she's been having fun with water in our picture. We'll do some slightly bigger water droplets in that case. There we go. There. And that is our picture finished. And there's a picture of our cat. So see how you get on. And I will see you in our next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.